For example, I give that opinion. I think PoE 2 is better than PoE 1. And then somebody hears that and takes it as a personal insult. Like, I am saying something back to you because I think that PoE 2 is better. And you go mad. And you flip out on me. Are you brain that you retard mother? PoE 2 sucks and PoE 1 is the superior game. What the fuck are you talking about? You should uninstall games from your computer because you don't know shit. Turn the camera off, you fat. I have this video right here from Lolcohol that is called Are Path of Exile Players Too Entitled? And of course, this title caught my attention and I said, you know what? I want to watch this video. Because every day we are in here streaming and we talk about the game. We praise the wins. We complain about the losses, you know, about the mistakes or whatever. And sometimes maybe we sound entitled. So I want to see what he has to say about this topic and maybe we can do some self-reflection or maybe not. Let's see.
I want to play a clip for you from a stream yesterday. This is going to annoy a lot of you. I know that, but it was kind of a culmination of just 2 weeks of hearing the same argument over and over and over. This is with
By the way, this was uploaded 12 days ago, so maybe it is not as relevant now. Why do I say this? Because 12 days ago, I don't know if the legacy of Risha was announced. Maybe not. So, and this, of course, the 0.2 shed wasn't announced either for PoE 2, that now we know that it is coming approximately in a month. So, the PoE player base was like in a drought of content and asking for something. So, I don't know if this is meaning that, but probably I am just saying that if it is meaning that, we have to take into context that this was 12 days ago. And probably people were complaining because of that. And now that we have content, we are happy. You know, we are happy.
regards to GG delaying 3.26 and whether or not they have fully abandoned Path of Exile 1, it's got to the point where I'm starting to just hear the most ridiculous arguments. And so, yeah, you're going to see me getting pretty annoyed, say some pretty spicy stuff. But at the same time, some of the things people have been saying are...
Brother, that is a nice keyword, by the way. This is a fucking nice keyword. I want one of those bad boys, dude. You know how it is. You know how it is. But that is cool, dude.
Just like wild, ridiculous stuff. I feel it's completely unproductive to have these types of conversations where people are just like making ridiculous claims about the intentions of GGG or that they are like deliberately lying or trying to deceive you. That doesn't make sense as a business, and it really like shuts down the conversation. So this clip, it's going to seem like I'm glazing GGG. In reality, I was annoyed by their handling of 3.26 and PoE in general. It really feels like I don't know what's happening. I
feel you, brother. I feel you. As a content creator for PoE 2 or for PoE right now, I do feel that way. Or you feel that way because you are like you are between two waters, right? Because in one side, you like GGG, you think they are doing a good job with the game, you think the game is awesome, you think that the direction they want to take the game in is cool, you want to support them, you want the game to be successful. So that is like the positive side. On the other side, the last month before everything was announced, we were in a content drought, we didn't know what was happening with the games. Jonathan came out and said, hey, we are not planning to release 3.26. People were mad for PoE 1. Then at the same time, you announce this, but you don't say anything about where is the next patch for PoE 2. You release a post talking about PoE 2, and all you did was say what you already did, but not saying the new things you are going to do. So people were annoyed by that. So as a content creator, you are between these two waters. You are like, yes, they are cool and they are doing a lot of cool things, but I don't know where I am standing with the content for the game because I don't know. We are in the dark, right? So you get also a little bit annoyed by that. I also tend, maybe it is not reflected in the videos, but internally, me personally, I am just like breaking the fourth wall in here. I tend to be more positive, like in life, in my personal life. I am like, whatever, I can keep doing videos about whatever, and the thing will come out when it comes out. Yes, I want the new patch because I want to have fun, not even for the content. I genuinely want to play with the druid, right? I am hooked on the game. I want to play the druid. So the gamer in me wants to try the new patch more than the content creator wants to make videos about it. Imagine that. The game is so good, dude, that it creates that that outcome for me. So I just wanted to say that if you have seen not only me but other content creators trying to talk about this issue, this is exactly what is happening. Maybe they don't express it this way, but it is that we want to be positive towards EG because they are cool, the game is good, and we want them to have success. And at the same time, this last month was rough, and it was a little bit like, where are we headed, you know? But now that we know their plans, we are going to have the event for Legacy of Frisia. We have a rough outline of where 0.2 is coming out. Now we are chilling. Everything is looking fine.
You don't know what's happening. What is happening behind the scenes? A lot of people are like, thank you for being so transparent, GGG. But like in reality, do we know what's going on? Like, what are they putting in place to make sure that we don't keep getting these delays? And I think one of the most frustrating things, I think the reason that people are so upset now is that for the last 2 years, we were working up to PoE 2. And PoE 1 leagues were being delayed. We started going from 4 leagues a year to 3 leagues a year. And there was almost this like unspoken acceptance of it because it was like, they're doing this because PoE 2 is coming out and they're making this big push for PoE 2 early access. But once we make it to PoE 2 early access, everything is going to go back to normal, right? We're going to go back to the 4 leagues.
That is one thing that pissed off a lot of PoE 1 players. That thing that we have PoE 2 now and things didn't go back to normal. So that pissed them off, and it is understandable. But at the same time, me as a PoE 2 player, I see the game and I see how awesome it is, and I say like, it is worth it, dude. It is worth it because the game is fucking awesome. Of course, a PoE 1 player will tell me, dude, PoE 1 is more awesome. So that is why we want to keep that game. I don't know. But as a PoE 2 player, I say, brother, the game is fucking awesome, dude. And I do think that they will reach a place where they can juggle between the two games in a nice way. They can stagger their releases and everything will go fine. They are right now just trying to find their footing. This is a new realm for them, trying to develop the two games at the same time. And they are in the roughest patch for PoE 2, which is like the early development, right? Getting the game ready. Maintaining it with leaks will be much easier than just creating the game from scratch, right? So they are in the hardest part, and this is a whole new experience for them. But I do think they can reach that place. The problem is that basically they made the players think that they could reach it from the start, you know? We can be understandable that this is happening, but at the same time, I understand that people were expecting things to go smoother. That is what I think.
And this was just like this kind of felt like the nail in the coffin. PoE 2 is obviously not released. It is still in early access, but it kind of felt like early access release was the light at the end of the tunnel. We went to the end of the tunnel, and then we got this news about 3.26, and it's like, oh no, there is a whole lot more tunnel left before things go back to the way they were, you know, like
I'm back home. I'm back home.
The good old days of 4 leagues a year. So I'll play the clip. I'm going to say some stuff that's going to annoy you, but leave your thoughts in the comments below, and yeah, let's get into it.
I will say, guys, we can have our opinions about the opinion of somebody else. For example, I give an opinion like, a basic bitch opinion. I like PoE 2 more than PoE 1. And you have an opinion on that opinion. Like, yes, I agree. I like PoE 2 more than PoE 1. Or you can have the opinion like, oh, this motherfucker doesn't know what he's talking about because I think PoE 1 is far better than PoE 2. Like, you can have those opinions. Or another random opinion, like, who cares about these two fucking games? I am going to do something else. Like, you can have a multitude of opinions about this opinion, right? It is fine that you have an opinion on that, but at the same time, I feel that sometimes people get too emotional about the opinions of other people, about shit that doesn't affect you in any fucking way. For example, I give that opinion. I think PoE 2 is better than PoE 1, and then somebody hears that and takes it as a personal insult. Like, I am saying something back to you because I think that PoE2 is better, and you go mad, and you flip out on me. Are you brain that you retard motherfucker? PoE2 sucks and PoE1 is the superior game. What the fuck are you talking about? You should uninstall games from your computer because you don't know shit. Turn the camera off, you fat bitch. Like, brother, why do you get mad? I am just saying that I like one game or the other. You can disagree, of course, and we can talk about it, and it is fun talking about it. But why do you get mad? Like, I personally insulted you for having this opinion. It is so weird. And I say that because he's saying that in here, like, you are going to get annoyed listening to this. Why the fuck would you get annoyed by listening to a dude's opinion in a video about something irrelevant? I can understand if it is something important, like the politics in your country. Well, maybe that is something that affects your real life. But we are talking here about a video game, dude. Why what the dude said can annoy you? That is pussy bitch behavior, in my opinion.
I say with 3P voices, nice. Did you like it, Adeline? Good takes if you guys aren't doing enough for how shit they treated the community in the last, I don't know. What people are.
Okay, he's reacting to this comment in here that says, good takes, except you guys aren't doing enough for how shit they treated the community in the last 6 months in PoE1. Shrug. Why should we be doomers? These are games. And you know what? They are good games. You can say whatever the fuck you want about GG. Yeah, they are neglecting the community. They are getting slower. They are getting sloppier. Chris Wilson is no longer there. The other people are not as good as Chris Wilson. You can say whatever the fuck you want. But you can't deny that these are two fucking good games. Why should we be doomers? In fact, all the opposite. We should be optimistic that the games are going to continue to be good and we will be eating good with PoE2 and PoE1 or whatever.
So entitled, it's crazy, man. I don't think they were trying to treat the community shit. I think they just, like, fucked up. I think the thing is...
Exactly, they just made a mistake. And Jonathan said it outright, and I am not trying to suck GG's dick in here. I am just being realistic, my dude, or giving my opinion on what I think. Jonathan came out and said, brother, we thought that we could do this. We couldn't. We made a mistake. We overestimated our abilities, our skill, our speed, and we have to figure this shit out. So what I want them to do is to figure it out. You know, like, okay, learn from your mistakes. What did you did wrong? Try to fix it in the future. Don't make the same mistake again. But why can't we understand making a mistake? Are you perfect? We make mistakes every day, and we... if not regret them, we at least think, hey, brother, I made a mistake in there. I have to try to learn from this and not make the same mistake in the future. Like, if you make mistakes, you have to be empathetic about other people making mistakes. Because if you like people forgetting you about your mistakes, you have to return the favor, dude. And we like that people understand us when we made a mistake. It feels good. So do the same, dude. Do the same.
Intent. Intent is what matters. If someone does something nasty to you with the intent of, like, upsetting you, yeah, then you get angry. But if someone does something shit,
this is true.
But
this is true.
They didn't mean to, then I like to give them the benefit of the doubt. At least that's me. At least some people get angry, like, regardless.
Transparency and communicating the current focus could have been done way before holiday season, but you know, dollar.
The current focus.
Okay, this dude is mad. This dude is mad because it is the same dude. The person that is giving the comment is the same dude. That you can see it here, right? Transparency and communicating the current focus could have been done way before holiday season, Christmas, but you know, dollars. How does this benefit them economically? I don't see the way this benefits them economically. In fact, you could argue that it damages them economically, so it is not because of money. I believe that they truly didn't announce it because they thought that they could meet whatever the fuck they wanted to do, and that they couldn't do it, and they caught on fire, and when they couldn't hide it anymore, they just came out and said it. But they were trying to maybe fix the situation.
Should have been done way before. I agree that. But dollars? Man, they don't make more money by upsetting people. I think they
Exactly,
just
exactly.
they were overconfident. They thought they could do something they couldn't, and they fucked up.
Exactly. Yes, 100%.
The thing I wanted to see that they didn't say was, what are they gonna do to avoid this in the future, right?
Brother, exactly what I just said, dude.
So I think if you're gonna get angry at them, rather say like, okay, you guys fucked up, but what are you gonna do about it? And they didn't say. But pretending they were like maliciously trying to upset people to make more money, that's dumb. That doesn't make sense.
Agree
That doesn't
completely.
make them more money.
It's like a typical software project. We can do
Yeah,
that.
we can do that. Oops.
Yeah, exactly. An honest mistake, dude. An honest mistake.
But people are so desperate to victimize themselves and feel hard done by, but they want to monetize the shit out of PoE to launch and wanted to sell as many spot packs. Yeah, goodwill is a currency, and they built up a
And I will be honest, guys. Again, I said it earlier. I really want to play the 0.2 patch for PoE 2. I want to play as a druid, as a huntress. I want to play new acts, new skills. I really want to play it. I am addicted to this fucking game. I really want to play it. But at the same time, can I really be mad inside me personally because they are not releasing the patch earlier? It is like, no, why? Just wait, do another shit while you wait. This is not that they are rock pulling a meme coin from you, or that the stock market that you invested is going down. Like, you are not losing anything, dude. Like, if you bought the early access, you have access to the game in perpetuity. It doesn't matter when they actually release the content. Like, and the same goes for PoE 1, which is free. Like, I'll be honest, and maybe these words won't resonate with people, but they don't owe anything to us. And this is the truth, dude. It will be ready when it's ready, right? And I am not saying it to Sox GG Stick. I am also telling it to myself because I want to play the new patch. So I have to cope with that. Like, brother, don't get mad. I am saying this to myself. Yo, yes, you can't get mad because the patch is going to come 1 month from now. It is not ready yet. Play the PoE 1 event. Have fun doing other stuff. You can't get mad because of this. You are not losing money. You are not losing anything. You can do other stuff. It is just a game. Why are you draining your mental energy on being mad about a game not releasing earlier? And I sometimes feel people get too invested in that. In fact, I was thinking this some days, like yesterday or 2 days ago, I was thinking about this. That it feels a little bit weird that I am like all the day on the internet, right? Because I work on the internet, then I stop working and I am creating content on the internet. I am editing videos and uploading the internet. I am streaming. And it is, brother, it feels weird that it is like my whole life is on the internet and I don't, the feeling is weird. Like, it is like you are getting a little bit detached from real life. And I don't like the feeling. I want to stay grounded in reality. I sometimes feel like people go too deep into the virtual world and they like it more than the real world and they get completely detached from reality. And I don't want that to happen to me. It is a weird feeling. I don't know what you guys think about this. Maybe this is out of the realm of this discussion with the game, but it's a feeling that I was having these days, you know.
lot of it. Yeah, they are draining it. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. Well, I mean, I do care, but the whole thing of like wanting to be angry, god damn, man, like there's enough shit to be stressed about.
Brother, he's saying
already.
something similar, right?
If you've got space in your brain to be angry about a computer game,
Brother,
I don't know.
he's saying something similar.
Like,
and I swear, I didn't pre-watch this, dude. Brother, but he's saying something similar to what I just said, because it is like the gut reaction you get to this, right?
experience real trauma. Like, shit sucks, but move on. Go read a book.
Exactly.
Do you ever do a project? The more perfect you want it, the longer it'll take. Exactly. Both games are fun. They have a team. They'll figure it out. Exactly. Just be patient.
And you have to remember, GGG is so good that they don't know when to stop making the game. which it can be counterproductive, like in this moment when we want the game to re-release, but at the same time, it is really good for us because we get more content and more content and more content, that the content never stops, and you don't get a default situation where there is no content. In PoE, there is always content because they can't stop making content. This is a blessing, dude. This is a blessing. Thank God because of this.
Pretty sure people will still bought PoE 2 support pack even if they hadn't announced a delay. Yep. Isn't that a problem? People having space in their head instead of a brain? Yeah. I doubt reasonable people want to be angry. We just want to know if we are pumping money straight into PoE 2 or will we continue. They will continue supporting PoE 1. They will. They said they
100%.
will. That's all you care about. Just be patient. Be patient.
Yep. And look, after this discussion they had, they announced the Legacy of Frisha event. Yes, it is not a full-fledged league, but it is cool. Let's be honest. 19 new ascendancies. People are even saying this feels like a league. Even if it is not a league, it feels like a league. Please, GG, extend the timer because this is cool. Imagine that.
People think they have a problem until they have a problem. Yeah. Like, if Path of Exile 1 getting delayed is the worst thing that has happened to you in the last year, go like to church and thank Jesus because like shit could be way worse.
Brother, based! Hey, local holy is based as fuck, dude. Yes, truly. If this shit is bothering you in real life, brother, you lead a very happy life. You are privileged as fuck. And I don't like using that word lightly because I know that in the last few years it carries a negative way. Like, oh, people think that you are privileged if you are this or that or whatever. But let's be honest, guys. If a game being delayed, a virtual game that is in quotes free, being delayed, well, PoE 1 is free. It is literally free. Being delayed is a problem in your life, my dude. You are living a really cool, chill life with no real problems. So yes, go to church and thank Jesus because you are one of the luckiest motherfuckers on the face of the earth. Like, do you know, and I don't want to turn this into a preachy thing, but do you know that like 90% of people on earth, what is in their mind is, what the fuck am I going to eat tomorrow? So they are worried about what the fuck they are going to eat, and you are like, oh, bro, PoE is delayed. Fuck them.
Life is fucking excellent.
Yes, and I don't want to be like, oh, you are manipulating me emotionally with eating or whatever. I am just confirming what he's saying is true. Like, yes, you can be a little bit annoyed because I am saying it. I want to play the druid, dude. I want to play it. And yes, I want, like, I am, please release it. But at the same time, dude, this is not a problem, you know? It is not a problem. I don't want to manipulate you like, you shouldn't care about this because there are people that are starving. I understand that that is also not an argument. I understand. I don't want to do that either. It is just a little bit of perspective, you know?
Path of Exile being delayed is bad news. Awesome. Your life is sweet.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't still be upset about it, but like,
yeah,
oh my god, people are so still going on and on and on. Like, but Adeline, I know you've been away, right? You've been away, so this is like maybe more fresh for you. And I'm not upset at you. I'm probably like offloading on Adeline. You're like the I'm maybe like unleashing a bit too hard. Adeline, like I don't mean to sound angry at you. That's more directed at that kind of thing that I've been seeing so much.
That happens a lot. Sometimes I go off in a rant while watching a video, and sometimes I feel that the person that make the video watches the video and they feel that they are ranting at them. And that is not the case. I am always like, the videos are cool, dude. I am not ranting at the people that make the video. I am ranting at the idea as a whole. You have to understand that we look at a lot of comments and we start getting a notion of something that is building up, and there comes a moment where you snap and you unload the rant, and it's not directed at anyone in particular. It's just at the whole concept, you know? And that is what is happening in here.
Because you keep hearing the same thing day after day after day after day after day. And then poor Adeline is the one who gets the shit for it. What if the only thing that you were looking forward to because your life sucks in PoE is the only thing keeping you moving on? Well, I mean, therapy. That's not GGG's fault. Adelan was asking for it. I think Adelan's engaging in a conversation we were all having for the last 2 weeks, but he just got here and he's like, now we're rehashing things. Sorry, Adelan. I'm not upset at you. Therapy is more expensive than PoE. True. It's a side effect of actual addiction. I need my PoE 1 hit. It's been 11.
Brother, that is what I just said. That is happening to me with PoE 2. I am addicted to the game. I want content for PoE 2. I want to play with the hunters, all of that. But at the same time, we have to understand, dude. We have to understand, yes, I want to play the game. But what can you do? It is like, this is outside of my control, you know?
Ironically, yes, there are people who are actually addicted to Path of Exile. That feeling of like really wanting to play a game and like actually needing to get a hit. So I know you were maybe joking about like, what if Path of Exile is the only thing that makes you feel happy? That's actually that's a real thing, man. And I've had that as well, where if you're like feeling shit and I don't know, maybe a game is something that kind of keeps you afloat, and then the game is shit or like in not a great state, it just like makes you feel worse. But the game,
I completely understand this statement. Everybody has rough patches on their lives, right? I had my rough patches where things are not going great and I am not feeling well emotionally. And sometimes games help you distract yourself from the pain and you don't think about that shit, right? But it has never happened to me, and I can think about opportunities where this has happened. But it has never happened that like the game is shit and that gets me more depressed. What I do is I change the game. I distract myself with another game that I think is cool, and I get addicted to the game, and you swap one thing from with another, and then you are no longer thinking about the problem, about the pain, about the depression, and you are focused on the game, right? Like you have to try, like, I don't know if this is healthy, by the way. I am just saying this has happened to me. But if you are doing that, you have to try to not focus on just one game or game, or it's just one thing that makes you happy. You have to get several things, you know, do several things to distract yourself, not only the game, because then that happens. If the game is shit or there is no content for the game, then you go back to the bad place. No, you have to have several things. So do a project, play guitar, read manga, talk with friends, talk with your family. I know some people don't like their family, but family is the best thing you have, dude. There is a lot of stuff you can do when you are in a bad place. And yes, games help a lot to numb the pain, to distract yourself. But if you are adding pain on top of the pain with the game, that is not healthy, dude. That is not healthy. I am not a psychologist or whatever. I am just someone that has experienced pain, and games have helped me cope and distract myself from the pain. And then 3 months go by, 1 year goes by, and you feel better.
being better isn't going to fix that. At that point, you need to, I don't know, fix stuff on a fundamental level. Yeah, I do sympathize, but at the same time, you can't ask GGG to be your therapist. Like,
exactly,
that's not their fault.
That is a good way of putting it.
Exactly.
Brother, I wish I had come up with that comment. That comment was brilliant, dude. Why didn't I think about that? I talk a lot of shit in there. I said I got serious for a moment, and I didn't come up with that genius comment, dude.
If a game is giving you a float your bigger issues, then you shouldn't push toward negative energy toward them. The problem is, if people keep raging, we're gonna get less and less and less communication. The problem is, if
I know that a lot of people doesn't believe in energies, and I am going to get esoterical in here, spiritual and bullshit. But you guys know that I am a Christian. I won't hide my faith. I don't also want. This is not a preachy channel, but I won't hide my faith either. But even outside from that, I do think that positive energy matters. And not in a superstitious way, like, oh, I am sending a beam of light, and that beam of light will make things go better. No, I am talking about, how do I say this? Like a vibe check, like socially. When you are positive towards people, they are more encouraged to do the thing, right? Basically. That is what I am trying to say. If we send positive energy to GGG and they perceive it, they are more willing, more encouraged, more prone to do a good job and things going well. If you destroy them with negativity, that bothers them. The bug is on their mind, like, oh, I am doing this shit and people are not liking it and this is worse or whatever. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, it is not completely metaphysical. It is a social element. But there is also, brother, send positive energy, you know, good vibes. It is a combination of the two. I am crazy, dude. I know, forgive me. And I am a yapper. Like, you know.
GGG. Look, they probably already said from now on, we are no longer giving any timelines. They probably have made that internal decision. We are no longer doing any roadmaps. We're never doing any more timelines. We're only now going to start giving release dates when it is 100% locked in. So we're probably going to get...
No, and right now they said, hey, we are planning on releasing 0.2. Again, this was after this video, in about a month. They didn't give a date exactly because of that, because they can say later, hey, we said we expect to release it within a month. It didn't happen, but we didn't give a date. Okay. And that can be awesome for Last Epoch that has the release date for the new season in April 4th. So if PoE 2 delays it, that is good for Last Epoch. I think that the 11th hour gaming is wishing like, please don't release it at the start of April. Please don't release it at the start of April. Let us have a good release. Let us have a good release.
less information. And that's probably because they felt that they could make a prediction about their intentions. We're going to intend to keep PoE1 going. They weren't able to meet that. People raged at them. What's going to happen now? Well, now we're not going to know what the is happening. That's probably why we don't know when 0.20 is coming out, is because they know that if they set a date, even if it's like, we're going to try get 0.20 out by March, if they do that,
brother, which is what's happening, not necessarily by March, but the 1 month thing.
And then there's some unexpected delay, people will lose their fucking minds. So
by the way, now that he's going through this song, brother, this song is brutal. Like, it is really cool that they like didn't have fear and built a song like this. Look at all the dead bodies, dude. Look at this. This is a pile of dead bodies. Blood everywhere. Like, this song looks cool, dude. It is like they weren't afraid of doing crazy shit. And when you go inside to the lab, you see like mutilated people and crazy bullshit. Like, they weren't pulling punches, dude.
if they do that, and then there's some unexpected delay, people will lose their fucking minds. So now instead, we get nothing. What's my roadmap? I'm too scared to say. I don't know why this makes me so irate. They should do a timeline. They should, but if they miss their timeline, people are going to lose their minds. So they're not going to do it, right? That's the problem of starting.
The thing is that they are now, what I said in my other video that people didn't believe me, but I think it is 100% the case, is that they are now using the other game to help them with this game. What I am trying to say is here, they knew that they didn't have the 0.2 ready, so they made the event for PoE1, so people are distracted with PoE1, and at the same time that also accomplishes calming down people that were mad because PoE1 didn't have new content. So you are like 2 birds, 1 stone, right? You calm down people, and at the same time you distract people from PoE2 having no new content. What is going to happen is that now they gave us a rough timeline, that was after this video. They gave us a rough timeline that, hey, we are expecting, they didn't say it is 100% happening. They just said, we are expecting the patch to be ready in 1 month. Okay. If the patch is not ready in 1 month, and they have to announce that, hey, we have to wait a little bit more, maybe a whole new month, or maybe we are waiting 2 weeks, 3 weeks. What they can do is, since people were wanting them to extend the PoE1 event, they are going to come out and say, instead of just giving the bad news, they are going to come out and say, since everybody is low in the event, we are going to extend the event for another month. Everybody's happy, everybody keep playing, and they don't say shit about PoE2 not releasing the new patch. And then they announce, like in a subtle way, hey, we are going to take 2 weeks, 3 weeks more to release the PoE2 patch. Nobody cares because they are playing the PoE1 patch. So they can still do this shit, right? They are using these tools smartly, or at least I think so, or hope so.
I would love a timeline. I would love just like a basic roadmap. We're going to try get 0.2 out by March. Then we're going to try in 3 months release the Shadow. Just like as a rough timeline. If they miss some targets, it's okay. But if they do that now, again, people will be like, wow, GG lied to us. They're so deceptive. So instead, they're going to be like, well, you get your when you get it. Like, be grateful. Thanks. Thanks,
Yeah,
Reddit. 99% success rate means nothing if there's 1%. Exactly, it's like that negativity bias. If they said 0.2 will be here by end of February, March 1st, exactly. If it was delayed by a week, they would lose their minds. And yeah, you're right, Westerer. It's...
Breath in, pause, breath out. Remember, we're here to create and to love.
We're here to create rage and create drama. That's another good point, though, Westerer, is like, it's not GG's responsibility to
a familiar
creators to say, you will have this by then.
Yeah, exactly. That is
That's
also true.
my responsibility. If PoE 2 takes longer to come out, I need to figure out what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Damage is done. It's too late. Reddit ruined Path of Exile. Ah.
That is why I told you guys that I am more... I want the patch to come out more as a player than as a content creator. I really want to play the patch. As a content creator, you have... It is your job. It is still not my job because I don't earn shit from this, but I am trying. This is a project that I want to make work, right? I want it to work. So if I have to prove myself as a content creator and create content out of nowhere, even if there is nothing to talk about, you have to come up with some shit because that is your job. You know, this video was really cool. I love this video. It prompted me to talk about weird shit. And guys, I am sorry if we are talking about a game and I get into life stuff and pain and psychology. I don't know, dude. I like to yap and some topics trigger things in me and I have to yap about it. And I love this video because of that. Thank you very much, Lolcohol. I don't really know if Path of Exile players are too entitled, but what I do know is that the game is so good that we are hooked in the game, and we want more. That is the truth, dude. We want more because the game is so good, and yes, that sometimes make people say stupid shit. And it seems that we are too entitled, but we also want the game to be released because we want more. At least I say it with good energy, but at the same time, I understand what you are saying. Like, we shouldn't be doomers about it. We shouldn't be negative towards it. Hey, it is a game. Let's chill out, you know? So, yes, brother, yes. What do you think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Am I a clown? Am I a genius? Let me know everything in the comments below. I love reading comments even when they don't agree with me. Also, remember to like the video, to subscribe to the channel, all that cool stuff. Guys, thanks for being here. You guys are fucking awesome. God bless you. And remember, don't be afraid ever because this is just a ride.